This person feels they are losing you and they are about to do something surprising. Take a deep breath, quiet your mind, and for a second, let yourself be totally here, because this message did not find you by luck. Someone is thinking about you right now with a heavy heart. Not just for a moment, not quickly, but very deeply. This person feels something sliding through their fingers, and that something is you. Hello everyone, welcome to Never Give Up. Do not forget to follow, tap the bell icon, and pick all, because every video can change your mindset. They feel a shift they cannot explain. They might not know exactly when it started. They just know that something is different. Your energy does not reach them the same way anymore. Your presence feels more silent. Your reactions are not the same. Even if you still talk, even if you still show up, they feel a gap where closeness used to be. And that scares them because deep down, they thought you would always stay. They did not think they could lose you. This person never thought they would reach a time like this. They believed you would understand them. You would wait. You would forgive. You would stay. Not because they did not care, but because they got too comfortable. They thought love was permanent without any work. They thought a connection could survive long silence. They thought effort could be put off. And now they feel the results of that belief. The fear is quiet, but it is very strong. They do not panic on the outside. They do not dramatically say everything. Instead, the fear lives inside of them. It shows up late at night in moments of silence. When they replay talks, when they notice how calm you have become, your calmness scares them more than anger ever did. Because being calm means you have accepted things. And acceptance often comes before letting go. They feel you pulling back in your heart. They can feel it. You are no longer looking for answers. You are no longer asking for comfort. You are no longer trying to fix what feels broken. You have stopped explaining too much, stopped reacting the same way, stopped waiting for them to pick you. And that change has moved them deeply because now they are the ones wondering. They realize they might be too late. This realization does not come all at once. It arrives in small bits, when they notice you reply differently, when they feel your attention is somewhere else, when they imagine life without you and feel a hollow pain. They start asking themselves questions they ignored before. What if I lose them? What if someone else sees their value? What if I took too long and suddenly time feels like an enemy? They are torn between pride and fear. This person is fighting a battle inside. One side of them wants to reach out right now to admit things, to explain, to promise change. The other side is held back by pride, by fear of being rejected, by the chance that you may no longer feel the same. They do not know which part of themselves will win, but something inside them is breaking open. They remember everything they took for granted. Moments play back in their mind, your patience, your loyalty, your emotional support, the way you showed up even when it was difficult. They see now what they did not fully value then. And that realization hurts more than any fight ever did because regret arrives after you finally see the truth. They are watching you closely now. They notice things they once missed, your tone, your absence, your independence. They feel that you are taking back your power, and that scares them because your power no longer relies on them. You are no longer waiting to be chosen, and that makes them realize they might need to fight to keep you. The unexpected action is coming. This person will not do what you expect. It will not be casual. It will not be half-hearted. It will not be small, because fear has reached a breaking point. They are being pushed by the thought that they could lose something that cannot be replaced. And when that thought fully sinks in, they will act. What they do will surprise you. It may come as a sudden confession, a deep message out of nowhere, an honest apology they have avoided for a long time, a soft moment you never thought you would see, or an attempt to step up in ways they never did before. This action comes from panic mixed with love. They are trying to stop the loss they now see clearly, but their action comes with a big question. Here is the truth you must hear. Just because they act does not mean everything automatically gets better. You are no longer the same person you were before. You have grown, you have healed, you have learned what it feels like to choose yourself, and their unexpected move will force you to decide. Do you want what they are offering now? This is the moment of truth. Not for them, but for you. Ask yourself, does this fit with who I am now? Is this effort steady or just a reaction? Is this change real or just driven by fear? Am I being chosen freely or only because I am leaving? You no longer have to accept less just because it is familiar. Your energy has shifted for a reason. You did not pull back to punish them. You did not change to play games. You changed because your soul needed peace, and that shift is what woke them up. Whether you choose to continue with them or not, know this: you are the reason for this change. You are the awakening. You were never invisible. Final message for you. This person feels they are losing you because, in some way, they already have. Not physically, but in spirit. And now, faced with that loss, they will act unexpectedly, emotionally, and quickly. What happens next depends not on their fear, but on your truth. Stay steady. Stay honest with yourself. And remember, you are not meant to be chased only when you walk away. You are meant to be chosen every single day. If you found value in this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your support. As you wait for this person to make their move, you must realize that the silence you are experiencing is actually a space for your own strength to grow. This individual is starting to see that you are no longer waiting by the door for them to notice you. They are seeing a version of you that is confident, calm, and complete on your own. This new version of you is what is pulling them toward a breaking point. They are realizing that while they were busy being comfortable, you were busy evolving. Now, as they prepare to reach out with their unexpected action, you must be ready to look at their efforts with clear eyes. Sometimes people only try harder because they are afraid of the silence, not because they have truly changed their ways. The next phase of this journey is about your judgment. When they finally speak up or show up in that surprising way, pay attention to the timing. True change is consistent, while panic is temporary. They might bring flowers, long letters, or deep promises. But you must ask yourself if these things would have been offered if you hadn't started moving on. You are now in the position of power. You are no longer the one wondering if you are enough. They are the ones wondering if they have lost enough of your heart to ever win it back. This period of waiting is not about their transformation, but about yours. You are learning that your peace is worth more than a relationship that only thrives when you are halfway out the door. In the coming days, you might feel a strange pull to go back to how things were. But remember why you changed in the first place. You changed because you realized you deserve to be valued when you are present, not just when you are becoming a memory. Their sudden urgency is a reflection of your worth, a worth that you now recognize for yourself. As they prepare to act, keep your boundaries firm. You do not have to rush your decision just because they are suddenly in a hurry. Their timeline of regret does not have to dictate your timeline of healing. Stay focused on your own path and let the universe bring their actions to light. Whether their effort is the beginning of a new chapter or the closing of an old one, you are safe. You have already done the hardest part, which was learning to stand on your own. Whatever they choose to do next will only confirm what you already know. You are a person worth fighting for, but more importantly, you are a person worth choosing every single day without being prompted by fear. Trust your intuition as things unfold, because your inner voice knows the difference between a real change of heart and a temporary fear of being alone. When this unexpected action finally happens, you will feel a rush of many different feelings. You might feel relief, or you might feel a strange sense of sadness, because you are seeing them try for the very first time. It is a powerful moment when someone finally gives you what you asked for months or years ago, but you must look past the emotion of the moment. See if their new energy is built to last, or if it is just a quick fix to stop the pain of losing you. They are acting now because the reality of your absence has finally hit them. They are realizing that the person who always understood and always stayed has finally reached a limit. This is the moment where their words must be backed up by a real change in how they live their life. You might notice that they start bringing up old memories or trying to remind you of the good times you shared. This is because they want to pull you back into the past where they felt safe and in control. But you do not live there anymore. You have moved into a future where you value your own peace more than a familiar habit as they try to close the gap between you. Stay observant. Watch if they truly listen to your needs now, or if they are still just talking about their own fears. The way they handle your distance will tell you everything you need to know. If they get angry that you aren't immediately running back, then their change was not about love, it was about control. But if they show you patience and respect your space, it shows they are finally learning how to value you correctly. This next part of your story is about staying true to the growth you have worked so hard for. It is easy to fall back into old patterns when someone starts showing you the attention you always wanted. However, you must remember the nights you spent wondering why you weren't enough. You must remember the silence that forced you to become strong on your own. Do not let their sudden urgency make you forget your own journey. You are allowed to take your time. You are allowed to say that their effort is appreciated, but that it might be too late. Or you are allowed to see if a new foundation can be built. The choice is entirely yours, and for the first time you are making that choice from a place of strength rather than a place of hunger for their love. Trust that whatever happens next is leading you to a better place. If this person is meant to be in your life, they will find a way to match your new energy. They will stop making excuses and start making sense. If they cannot meet you where you are now, it simply means they were a chapter in your life, not the whole book. You have already won because you found yourself in the process of losing them. Keep your head high and your heart protected. The universe is watching how you handle this moment, and it is prepared to give you exactly what you settle for. So do not settle for a temporary spark when you deserve a steady flame. Your worth is not a bargaining chip. It is a fact. As the days go by, you will see that the universe is testing your newfound strength. This person may try to pull on your heartstrings by showing a side of themselves they kept hidden for a long time. They might become the person you always dreamed they would be, but only for a few days or weeks. This is why you must remain grounded. The next part of this journey is about watching for consistency. Anyone can be amazing when they are afraid of losing something. But only someone who truly loves you will be amazing when they feel secure. You are looking for a love that stays even when the fear of loss is gone. You are looking for someone who treats you like a priority every Tuesday afternoon, not just when you have your bags packed to leave. You will likely find yourself at a crossroads where you have to weigh the history you share against the future you want. It is okay to feel torn. It is okay to feel a sense of loyalty to the time you spent together. But remember that you cannot build a healthy future on top of a broken past unless the foundation is completely repaired. If they are asking for another chance, they are asking you to trust them again. Trust is not a gift you give. It is something they must earn through repeated actions over time. Do not feel rushed to give them an answer. If they truly value you, they will be willing to wait while you heal and observe. Their patience now will be the greatest sign of their true intentions. During this time, pay close attention to your own body and your own peace. When they message you or call you, does your heart lift with joy, or does your stomach tighten with anxiety? Your body often knows the truth before your mind is ready to admit it. If their sudden attention feels heavy or draining, it is a sign that your soul has already moved on. If it feels light and hopeful, perhaps there is a path forward. But no matter what you feel, do not abandon the version of yourself that learned to be happy alone. That version of you is your protector. That version of you is the one who saved you when things were falling apart. Never trade your inner peace for a relationship that requires you to shrink yourself. Ultimately, this situation is bringing you to a place of total clarity. You are seeing exactly what you are willing to tolerate and what you are no longer willing to accept. Whether this person steps up and stays up, or whether they fade away once the panic subsides, you have already gained the ultimate prize. You have gained the knowledge that you are enough, exactly as you are. You have learned that you do not need to chase anyone to be seen, but that version of you has been replaced by someone wiser and more settled. You must be prepared for the moment when their grand gesture or sudden change starts to fade. Often, when the immediate threat of loss goes away, people tend to slide back into their old habits. This is the ultimate test for both of you. If they truly value the lesson they learned, they will keep showing up even when things feel normal again. If they only wanted to win the game of keeping you, they will stop trying once they feel they have won. Your job is to stay in your power and not give away your heart too quickly. Watch how they act when there is no drama and no fear. That is the real person you would be living with every day. People around you might start to notice your new glow. When you stop pouring your energy into a bottomless hole, that energy stays with you. It shows up in your work, your health, and your other friendships. You are becoming a magnet for better things because you have raised your standards. This person sees this too, and it makes them realize that if they do not step up, someone else surely will. But remember, you are not doing this to make them jealous or to win them back. You are doing this because you realize that you are the most important person in your own life. This realization is your shield against any future heartbreak. In the end, this experience is a gift of clarity. It is showing you that you have the strength to change your own life. You no longer have to wait for someone else to give you permission to be happy or to feel secure. Whether you decide to let this person back in or to continue your journey alone, you're doing it from a place of wholeness. You have turned your pain into a map that leads to your own peace. Trust that the universe is guiding you toward a connection that is easy, honest, and full of respect. You have done the hard work of growing, and now you're ready to receive a love that matches the beautiful soul you have become. As you step into this new chapter, you will find that your perspective on time has changed. You're no longer in a rush to fix things or to find a final answer. This person is now feeling the full weight of your silence and your independence. They are beginning to understand that while they were taking your time for granted, you were learning how to spend it on yourself. This realization is what drives their next move to be so urgent and so intense. They are trying to catch up to the person you have become, but they are realizing that you have moved miles ahead emotionally. The gap between who you were and who you are now is what forces them to finally be honest. You will soon see that their actions are a mirror of their own inner growth, or lack of it. If they approach you with humility and a true understanding of the pain they caused, it shows they have done the work. But if they approach you with more excuses or by trying to make you feel guilty for changing, it shows they are only acting out of a fear of being alone. You must stay sharp and listen to what is not being said. True change sounds like an apology, followed by a long period of better behavior. It does not sound like 1,000 promises made in a single night. You are now the judge of what is acceptable in your life, and you have the right to demand consistency over intensity. There is a quiet joy that comes from realizing you are no longer a victim of someone else's indecision. You have reclaimed your power by simply choosing to stop playing the game. This person is now seeing a version of you that is rare and precious because it is a version that does not need them. This makes you more attractive to them than ever before, but it also makes them realize how high the stakes have become. They know that if they fail this time, there might not be another chance. This pressure will reveal their true character. You can sit back and watch how they handle this pressure without feeling the need to help them or guide them through it. Finally, remember that your peace is a sacred thing. You have worked through the tears and the confusion to get to this place of calm. Do not let anyone's sudden panic disturb the stillness you have found. Whether this person becomes a new partner or remains a lesson from the past, you are the winner in this situation. You have proven to yourself that you can survive the cold and come out stronger. Your future is bright because it is now built